family and friends of Alex and Matt, it is a spectacular day in Bozeman, Montana. We are here today in one of the most beautiful places on the planet, I'm a little biased, to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, the joining of two hearts. And today, we're not just joining any two hearts, we're joining two of the biggest hearts in the world. I was trying to come up with a way. Oh, please be seated. I'm sorry. We're going to have a couple more guests coming in, so we're going to let them be seated too. I was brainstorming and thinking really hard about what I wanted this day to look like for these two people, because they're two of my very best friends and two very special people in my life, and I wanted to show what a unique and cool couple they are. They're so much fun, they have so much fun, they make so many friends, and so I thought the best way for me to do that would be to show them through all of you who are here today. So, with that said, I'd like you two to turn around and look at this incredible audience. You are standing, but raise your hand if you're already standing. And I'd love you to stand up and if you've experienced any of the following things with Matt and Alex. Stand up if you went to school with Matt and Alex. If you've ever been to the Indy 500. If you've ever been horseback riding in Cody, Wyoming. Played tennis or soccer. I'd like you to stand if you've ever been camping, horn hunting, or hiking with Matt or Alex. If you've ever been to a Red Ants Pants music festival, that is a real festival in Montana, and we love it. If Matt or Alex have ever babysat your children, or if you've ever volunteered with them. Stand up if you've ever played cornhole against Matt or Alex. And finally, stand up if these two have impacted your life in one way or another. As you all can see, these two are educated, they're athletic, they're adventurous, they love children, they love their community, and they love to have a good time. What has made me so excited about the two of you, you can turn back and face me, and all of you may sit down now. What's made me so excited about the two of you and the two of you finding each other is the impact you two will make on this world over the course of a lifetime. You've only just begun. And the amount of fun while you do it, because I know you love to have fun. Each of you, you're here today because you've brought something special to the life of Matt and Alex. Some of you have known them for years, and maybe this weekend's the first time you've met one of them. But whether you're an old family or a new relationship, you have a special place in their heart. And likewise, you have a special purpose in their life. You might be wondering why I'm standing up here today, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on the books. I'm standing here today because I introduced these two. And I think it's the best thing I've ever done. It's my greatest accomplishment thus far. Matt is 1 in a million. I think you'll all agree with me that he is a dependable friend, a standout professional, an avid outdoorsman. You learn very quickly when you get to know Matt Mcgee that he adores his family, and he shows compassion to everyone he meets. Because of this, the task of finding Matt Mcgee, the perfect woman, seemed impossible because he's so great. But then I met Alex. I think you'll all also agree that Alex makes the sun shine a little brighter, and she makes the birds chirp a little sweeter. She radiates positivity and happiness with her little made-up dances and made-up songs. She is one of those people that you meet, and within the first 20 seconds, you hope she'll be your very best friend. What makes Alex the happiest is making everybody else happy. She's a very special person, just like Matt. So I felt it was my duty to strategically put them in the same place at the same time and see if there were any fireworks. And were there ever? If any of you have ever doubted the phrase love at first sight, I'm here to tell you today that it does exist, and these two are the perfect example. It was an amazing night at the Bacchus Pub when these two hung out for the first time. Greer, Matt's sister, was there, and two of Alex's cousins from Indy were there, and many of our friends from all walks of life were at the Bacchus Pub the night these two met. And we all knew it. We knew we would be standing here today watching them commit their lives to each other. Since these two found each other, I've stored a little lockbox in my memory bank of the cute things they say about each other to me. Things like, from Matt, Alicia, look at that smile. And I'm the luckiest man in the world. And on the day that Matt proposed, he looked at me and he said, this is the best day of my life. I think today might be a little competition, but. And things from Alex, like, Alicia, I just want to smooch him all the time. And I never knew I could love someone this much. Alex and Matt, you could not be more perfect for each other. What I love about both of you is your love for Montana and the great outdoors. Your love for your animal family, Carter, Harley, and Senior. Your involvement in this community through your volunteerism. And your love for your incredible families, which you both have graciously shared with the rest of us here in Bozeman. Your wedding day is just the initial step in what promises to be a wonderful future together. And I think I can speak on behalf of everyone when I say we could not be more happy that you two found each other and that we're here to celebrate with you. Could you two please face and hold hands? Do you, Matt, welcome Alex as your wife, offering your love and encouragement, your trust and respect, as together you create your future? To you, Alex, welcome Matt as your husband, offering him your love and encouragement, your trust and respect, as together you create your future? I do. Great. Good. All right, now, in that case, Matt, would you please repeat after me? I, Matt, take you, Alex.
I, Matt, take you, Alex.
To be my wife. To have and to hold from this day forward.
To have and to hold from this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer or for poor.
For richer or for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love and to cherish.
To love and to cherish.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
Alex, would you please repeat after me? I, Alex, take you, Matt.
I, Alex, take you, Matt,
To be my husband.
to be my husband,
To have and to hold from this day forward.
to have and to hold from this day forward,
For better or for worse.
for better or for worse,
In sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health,
For richer or poor.
for richer or poor,
To love and to cherish.
to love and to cherish,
As long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
I'd love to invite Jennifer Stanner, Alex's godmother, to please come up and give a reading at this time.
A poem of true love from Captain Corelli's mandolin. Love is a temporary madness. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your roots have so entwined together that it is inconceivable that you should ever part, because this is what love is. Love is not breathlessness. It is not excitement. It is not promulgation of external passion. It is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what is left over when being in love has burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground. And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree, not two.
Could we have the rings, please? Alex and Matt, may your rings remind you that marriage is not a destination, but a journey. With no beginning and no end, just a moment-to-moment opportunity to love and be loved to the best of your ability. Matt, as you place the ring on Alex's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring,
This ring,
I marry you
I marry you.
and bind my life to yours.
And bind my life.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It's a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows. Alex, as you place the ring on Matt's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you
I marry you.
and bind my life to yours.
Bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
I'd like to at this time invite Matt's uncle David Torrington to give a reading.
On finding someone. If on some better than average day, I should be riding along, observing, not expecting, well, maybe, and should see just as hoof swept by, one flawless arrow point. If on that shining morning I should step down and lift this point, turning it delicately, feeling its smoothness beneath my fingers, I would marvel at its perfection, at the way some ancient one had tempered and crafted such beauty, and how it came to lie there all these centuries, covered, uncovered, re-hidden, re-exposed, until it came to me to happen by this place, on this day, made now more perfect. And I would ponder such things as coincidence and circles and synchronicity. And I would pocket this treasure near my heart. And riding on, I would recall having seen such treasures elsewhere, but not this one, not this one. And for one brief moment, I would stiffen with fear at how one quick glance in another direction could have lost this to me forever. And I would touch the shirt over my heart just to make sure.
Alex and Matt, you have pronounced your love to one another through the commitment you have made today. Today we celebrate you too, and the joining of both of your incredible families. So with this in mind, the power vested in me by the state of Montana, I pronounce you man and wife. Matt, you may smooch that ride. Practicing this part since the engagement, to introduce to you for the very first time, Matt and Alex Mcgee. At this time, we are going to go to the tent for cocktails and appetizers. We're going to go by row here to be released.
Hi everybody, I'm Fred McCall. Let's stick with Bub the UB. Take it easy. And I'm the father of the bride. And believe me, that is something that I have flaunted my entire life. Carrie and I want to thank everybody here so much for being here. You know, it's not easy or inexpensive for a lot of you to get here. It will always be appreciated for the rest of our lives, especially for Matt and Alex. So thank you. Special thanks to John, Mary, and Mcgee for helping us pull this off. And way more importantly, for raising the son that you did. We especially want to thank you also for a perfect evening last night. Yeah. It could not have been better. And I'm not just saying this, but for never having been to Cody, Wyoming myself, I'm just amazed by the dense population of really, really nice, friendly, welcoming people. I was told by a few people, and I guess I'm not that surprised, that a lot of you, when you left last night and it's time to go home and go to your lodging, a lot of the discussion you all had on your way home was how cool it is that not only is the father of the bride, but also the father of the groom such a true, authentic cowboy. Despite the sport coat that I was wearing last night. At this point, I want to put out a very, very special thank you also to our friends Tom and Kathy Fairchild, who hosted the event downstairs last night. And by all accounts, videos, Snapchats, Instagrams, it was a huge success. So thank you very much. I want to thank the wedding party. Not only do you look familiar, you're beautiful, you performed wonderfully. Greer and Travis, you are just a complete bonus of us getting to have Matt in our family. Greer, you've been a wonderful friend to Alex. My kids feel like they have a new sister and a new brother, and thank you so much. Eckerly? Is Eckerly here? Okay, hi Eckerly. I told you last night that you could try as hard as you want, but the game was rigged. You were not going to steal the show. But you came close. To everybody else that came, thank you so much. I want to do a special thank you and tell you how gratifying, incredibly gratifying it is to have Carrie's mom here, her brothers, and her family, and to have my sisters here with their families, and my aunts and my uncles, Alex's aunts and uncles, and all their cousins. Because Alex loves them all so much. They are such a big part of her childhood and what she is today. And they are so rarely together. And now they are, and it is perfect. Okay? Anyway, we're here now to celebrate the start of Alex and Matt's life together. But while we're talking about starting life, I'd like to talk about when Carrie was 7 months pregnant with Alex. And it took all that medical science had to offer to hold her off until the coast was clear. But when she came out with big bright eyes, and I swear she said, "I'm here! What are we gonna do next?" And it has been quite the metaphor for her life. Alex, I hate to start with such a cliche, but you have always lit up every room that I've been in. Always have, still do. Your incredible joy for life and your daily assault on your life to make it the best it can be is your trademark. Okay, here we go. You are so darn fun. I always want to walk into a room next to you because there's always a good reception waiting on the other side. Most importantly, and finally, your complete loyalty to your family and friends. And I think that's what you do best. You've had me since day one. That was a rappy motion. I know that it's a no-no at these type of events to bring up past boyfriends. But just one. Trip was 5, Alex was 8. And Trip's friend Harrison, who was always called Harry, was over, as he often was. Great kid. Good looking little cuss. And Alex, who was always in the mix, one day blurted out, "Harry, if you weren't so damn young, I'd marry you." But luckily for us, that never worked out. We got Matt, and we got the Mcgees. You know, Matt, I think it was the Robinson boys who so famously endorsed you when they said, "Alex, why aren't you dating that guy?" Matt, welcome to the family. Trip and Keely worship their sister, and they think the world of you, as do Carrie and I. You are so kind and so thoughtful and so loved and respected by your friends. You are a great son, you're a great brother, and I know you're going to set the bar high as a husband. Alex, I could never have asked for anything more than a daughter. Matt, your love for Alex is so wonderfully clear And for that, all of us love you too. And so now, can we raise a glass? To a great life, a happy life, to a great life, to a happy life, to a fruitful life. We all love you.
Well, first and foremost, to my dad for setting me up for failure right now. Wow. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, but there are some things that need to be said. And to start off, very first and foremost, to Mcgee and your family. You have an incredible family. Last night was absolutely proof of that. So to Marianne and John, to the rest of the family, I'm so happy to be a part, and I know I speak for the rest of my family, that we're so happy to be a part of your family. Second of all, to the guys who I've gotten to meet over the past summer, especially this past weekend, are Mcgee's friends, and most of them probably more qualified to be up here and stand where I'm standing right now. But for the opportunity to be this guy and to say these words, I thank you and I thank your friends. I think it's pretty cool to see the people that Matt has grown up with and that Matt calls brothers and that Matt calls his best friends. And it says a lot about Matt, the people he hangs out with. They're all incredible guys. I'll blame it on the water in Cody, Wyoming. I think something's in the water. So real quick, I just want to say a few things. First of all, the first time I got the text, when I was working an internship, and I got a text from my mom and said, "This is the guy that Alex is talking to now," and they were playing tennis, and I get a picture. And it's Alex, my mom, and my dad. And the first thing I said, and I responded in the text, was, "Mom, Grandpa would have had a field day with those ears." And I mean it. And I mean it. And the reason I bring that up is because if my grandpa was still here, he'd be the first to tell you how proud he was. I've had two incredible grandfathers, Matt, and I know if either of them were here, they would say the same thing. They couldn't be more welcoming to you and be more proud of my sister to have found a man like you. Next up, Josh, Dad, and I are the three men of the family, and we live for it. We live for the women in our family every single day. We think we win the lottery with them. And to welcome you into the family as another brother, as another son for my dad, I know I can speak for Josh and my dad at the same time in saying, welcome to the family, and we love you to death, and we couldn't be happier for that. And then, Matt, to you specifically, I've had the most incredible men in my life. From day one, from coaches to uncles to godfathers, role models, everyone I've ever looked up to. But to everyone I've ever looked up to into my life, I'm so happy to have you in my life as another role model. I think the world of you. I think you're the greatest man in the world. I couldn't be happier for you to marry my sister. And I love you to death. And to Alex, we all know Alex can make anyone in the world smile. She has the sweetest smile, and what she does best in the whole entire world is make people smile. And I'm just happy as hell that she found a guy that's going to make her smile for the rest of her life. So, Matt, I love you to
If you're not focused when you walk up,
And next up, I'd like to introduce the bridesmaid, or I'm sorry, the maid of honor, Keely McFall, sister of Alex.
Hey y'all. Yeah, most of y'all know me. I'm Keely. filled with joy to see all these loving faces that are excited about Matt and Alex's life together and came to share this experience. So I have some words that I'd like to say about Alex, and I'm a little nervous, so forgive me. So Alex, my only sister, my oldest sister, 5 years older than me. I love you. And I've looked up to you since the day I was born. I mean, you set the bar pretty high, and something that I think about when I think about how proud I am of my sister and how proud to be Alex's sister is when I was a high school ball girl for Alex's high school soccer team. So Alex was a goalie for the North Central soccer team, and I just adored Alex, adored her friends, and thought I was so cool to just hang out with them, spend time with them. So that was a really special time for me to be a ball girl for their team and be like, that's my sister. So I was very sad when that came to an end, but that was an awesome time, and just shows you how much I've looked up to Alex and how proud I am to be her sister. Similarly, when I went to North Central and started classes there, having Trip and Alex going through that before I did, any chance I got to tell people who I was and my last name, I was like, that's my sister, that's my brother. Sorry, I'm a little nervous, and anytime a teacher would be like, oh, are you Alex's sister? I would jump at the chance to say, yep, I am. I was just so proud of her and proud to be her sister. And take any opportunity to share the relation with others. I guess I should stick to this and I'll do it. It's been such a joy to grow up with you and go closer to you as we've both grown older. That all being said, meeting Matt Mcgee for the first time, couldn't imagine a more perfect man to share a life with my sister. From day one, I was so impressed by your humble and caring and thoughtful nature, and not to mention the fact that you survived an Indy 500 with me. No small feat. You're such a special man, and I'm honored to be your sister now and to be part of your family. And the way you two love and support each other is such a joy for others to watch, and I'm excited to witness that as you grow old together. And again, thank you all for coming.
Next up, I'd like to introduce bridesmaid Greer Clark, sister of Matt.
Travis, Matt, Alex, Keely, and I, we to making the kind of memories only siblings know how. Cheers and congratulations.
So I wrote a little rap for tonight. I'm just kidding, I wanted to see the reaction. Matt and I just wanted to come up here and say a quick thank you, but we first wanted to thank our parents, John and Marianne. Everyone knows I'm gonna cry, but John and Marianne, for Matt and I, that's what people dream about. That was so perfect for our relationship and who we are, and it could not have been better. So thank you so much for everything that you did and have done since the day we met. Thank you. We would also like to thank Bub and Carrie McFall, my parents. I think my mom was surprised at how little I wanted to plan. And my mom and Alicia Singer, who was not only our officiant and introduced us, but was also our wedding planner, have done an unbelievable job. So thank you. I had the pleasure of being at the Elk Creek Ranch last weekend, which for those who don't know is in Wyoming. It is in Sunlight, and I was honored, and not a lot of people have been there who are not from Cody, Wyoming. And I was talking to Allie Ridgway, who I think is over here. She said, "Oh, weddings are the best." Melissa says, "It's all your favorite people in one place." And you kind of let that roll off. Yeah. But being here and having the chance to see you all in one room, people that I've known since I was a baby, that I've met, in high school, in college, and the people who have now made Bozeman my home. We're so grateful for your time and the money that you've spent to share this night with us, because we will never forget it. So cheers to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. I'd like to end my time on this stage. These two people will kill me, but Mr. Young and one of my favorite aunts, Bridget Robinson, have a birthday today. Oh my God, and Helen. So I would love to, also Helen, don't hide, I see you over there. I would love if we could just sing a happy birthday. And we'll all sing, and we'll sing happy birthday, people. Happy birthday, people. Happy birthday to you. It's everyone. Is that cool? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear people. Happy birthday to you.
Are you two ready for your first dance? Let's do this. the way. There is a bar over there. You can stay here. You might freeze. It's going to warm up in there. We'll have the music going in a couple minutes.